Hey, what's going on, guys? Stephen Platinum here. So I woke up very early this morning, and I woke up to the news that Hacksaw Butch Reed had suffered a double heart attack. Certainly, I hope he recovers from that. I'm sure everybody does. But inspired me. I was like, let me find a Hacksaw Butch Reed match and talk about it this morning. Um, Celebrate his greatness while he's still here. And certainly after, if he was to pass, we should celebrate it then as well. But I just felt inspired. Hacksaw Butch Reed is one of those guys that I just really liked, and I couldn't really put a finger on why. Um, you know, his people will remember him for the WWF run, but the stuff that he did beforehand was just so great. Many times I read in the Observer and other places about the stuff that he did with Junkyard Dog and all this kind of stuff. And I was looking through the matches and I saw they had a bunch of matches with he and Flair. And I remember when I think Hacksaw Butch Reed was in Florida and had a good run where he had matches with Flair. But then this one really caught my eye. Magnum TA versus Hacksaw Butch Reed with Ernie Ladd at ringside for Hacksaw Butch Reed. So it's heel Hacksaw Butch Reed, which was always my favorite, um, for the North American title. Perhaps I saw this match when it happened way back when, but I don't remember a blessed thing about it. I don't remember. So I'm excited to cover this. Now it's a longer match. This isn't just clips, which is great. So we'll really get to see the match unfold and get to see what no doubt will be humongous crowd reactions to everything. So let's just jump in here. Right off the bat, Ernie Ladd, that man is huge. One fall, 60-minute time limit.
First, ladies and gentlemen, both of Mid-South referees have been injured. Replacing the referees, special referee, Sonny King.
Oh, Sonny King is the special guest referee, which Ernie Ladd is.
We will never have Sonny King as a special referee. He's a biased referee. He dislikes Butch Reed. He dislikes Ernie Ladd, and we will not. You got another referee, and that will not be a match. We will not have Sonny King as a referee.
That's great. Ernie Ladd really being a referee. We will not have Sonny King as a referee because he doesn't like Butch Reed.
Both referees.
Nice shot of Grizzly Smith, ladies and gentlemen.
My God, Grizzly Smith to boo. Holy moly.
Matchmaker Grizzly Smith and Ernie Ladd.
We will wrestle, but not as Sonny King referee. We will wrestle, but not with Sonny King. He's biased. You want another referee? You want another referee?
Look how big Grizzly Smith is, too. Jeez.
Sonny King, everybody knows that me and him mix like all and butter. And if I wrestle and pump a title match tonight, hell will freeze over. No way. Give him no one on earth.
Butch Reed, the B and the U are off of his tights
Having a
because it's the
discussion here,
stick-on
wrestling
letters.
fans,
It's
with
hysterical.
regard to Sonny King being named special referee for this
TCH
match between
Reed.
Hacksaw Butch
I would start a
Reed
band called
and
TCH
Magnum
Reed
TA.
in honor of those tights.
Butch Reed and Ernie Ladd complaining that Sonny King is biased. Matchmaker Grizzly Smith now having some words with
We're gonna break
Sonny
you in
King.
half. I love Ernie Ladd. Ernie Ladd, Grizzly Smith, man. I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Grizzly Smith
Just
now
for this
telling the
interchange.
fans that he will be
And it's such good
getting a
heat.
replacement referee for Sonny King. It's a good shot there of Hacksaw Butch Reed and Big Cat Ernie Ladd and Magnum TA, special referee alongside him, Sonny King. Magnum TA, the
Magnum
North
T is
American
the
heavyweight
champ, wearing
champion
that
at this
belt
time.
proudly, and he's taking this on with
And that's to
dignity.
show you how big Big Cat Ernie Ladd was at that time, because
It shows the dignity too. These I can already tell these commentators are going to work my nerves. I don't think they were the original commentators for the event. They're doing their thing after. I know they're going to annoy me, but this is a small thing. But look at the composure of the babyface champion. It's very important, right? While all this shenanigans is going on the heel side, they're trying to get the referee switched out and all the rest of this. Magnum TA remains composed.
Hacksaw Butch Reed was no cruiserweight himself.
Ernie the Cat Ladd towering over everyone in that ring at the time. Hacksaw Butch Reed now standing up on that first turnbuckle. But obviously an issue between Hacksaw Butch Reed, Ernie Ladd, and Sonny King, because they are objecting to him being the referee for this match and are refusing to compete
Butch
until
Reed, a
Sonny King is
hothead.
replaced.
I love it. Look at it. His whole
Well, let's
body
hope whoever
language
Grizzly
puts across
Smith
the heel
gets as the
thing.
replacement meets the standards of Big Ernie Ladd and Hacksaw Butch Reed.
I love
Well,
it.
this match is for all the marbles.
And for the North American Heavyweight Championship.
Magnum TA was just reaching his prime at this point. Shortly after this was taped, he moved over to the Mid-Atlantic territory. And the new referee, ladies and gentlemen, introduced as Jose Lothario.
Your contestants, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, I'm telling you, Mid-South is really trying to put a ring in you. But Jose Lothario, he's not as fast as Sonny King. He's a better man. At least he won't be fast. He'll take Jose Lothario.
Ernie Ladd now agreeing to accept Jose Lothario as the new referee.
He said,
From Kansas City, Missouri, the challenger, Hacksaw Butch Reed. In his corner tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as his ring advisor, Big Ernie Ladd.
Look what I see. See this right here? No, it's not his dick. He's obviously got some kind of loaded weapon in his pocket there. I just caught it. I wonder if that's going to factor into the finish. I would imagine it will.
Weighing 235 pounds from Virginia Beach, Virginia, the North American Heavyweight Champion, Magnum TA.
Over like Rover.
now as you heard Ernie Ladd say, that Jose Lothario won't be biased. So clearly, he trusts Jose Lothario more than he trusts Sonny King.
Thanks.
Apparently shows a good
commentators.
shot of that North
God,
American
they're useless.
Heavyweight Championship belt. Magnum TA really in his prime at this point in his career. Shortly after this, he went to the Mid-Atlantic.
All that gaga went 5 minutes. All that gaga went 5 minutes. That's as long or longer than most TV matches now.
Territory and was a candidate for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship before being involved in a very tragic.
Small thing, but we're seeing Jose Lothario because he's the referee that's just been appointed. So there's no way that he could have talked to them before the match as a referee normally would to go over the rules. So he's going over them now, which means we get more interplay. Here's another thing that I like physically that they're doing. Look at Magnum TA, look at Hacksaw Butch Reed. Matching poses, right? We're really conveying this idea that they're very equal, that this match is very much going to be a contentious match, that it's for the title, and that it's very important. We've established all of that with all the gaga. And while, yes, Butch Reed and Ernie Ladd were acting like heels, we don't want this referee, we don't trust him. They did accept the second referee. All of it still felt in the realm of realistic, right? You would want the proper referee in there, and you wouldn't want a referee that you felt like was biased against you. So all of this, I think, has been done expertly. There was an appropriate amount of time, though it felt like, oh, it's taking forever. They should take a little time to find a replacement referee. Nowadays, what would they do? They would hit somebody's music and then he would come out. And to me, that just seems like, well, nobody even went and talked to that guy. How would he even? It's appropriate that Grizzly Smith would have gone to the back and taken a little time to find somebody that would have been appropriate. I think all of it works, and it's worked up to build up the tension of the match. Is everybody's eyes on Magnum TA and Hacksaw Butch Reed right now in the audience? Absolutely. Yeah, they're riveted and they're ready to go.
Car accident that ended his career, but this is a good shot of Magnum TA and Hacksaw Butch Reed. Look at the physique on Hacksaw Butch Reed. Both of these competitors have a tremendous physique.
Now you talk about Magnum TA being in his prime. Now you just mentioned the wonderful physique of Hacksaw Butch Reed. Now it seems very clear that Hacksaw Butch Reed also seemed to be in the prime of his career at this point.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. I mean, duh.
Both
Of course he's
wrestlers
in his
now.
prime. Look at him. God, Hacksaw Butch Reed looks great.
Butch Reed with some words for the ringside fans, showing his confidence, that brashness,
THC
cockiness.
Reed.
Butch Reed not short on the charisma
TCH Reed
department.
is the best.
Both men sizing each other up.
Look at the collar. Again, they're straining in the collar. It's not just the thing that you do to set up a move. They're making it a thing unto itself. The collar and elbow used to be an indication to the crowd of where the story was going.
Good collar and elbow tie up. So it seems like both gentlemen didn't seem to get the better of one another. Hopefully the next time around. There you go, another beautiful collar.
Hopefully the next time around. I really despise these commentators. If I wasn't so concerned with not getting the audience audio, I would shut them off. They're fucking terrible.
And elbow tie up. There's the Butch Reed taking down Magnum TA. TA with a beautiful counter. Another single leg takedown and another takedown by Magnum TA. Beautiful drop kick by Magnum TA.
Nice sequence there. And again, these commentators are going to do the thing that I hate the most, which is telling us what we're seeing. So all of that was expertly done, and people didn't really regard Butch Reed, historically as like, oh, a good worker, but obviously he was. All those single legs looked really great in a pro wrestling context, really easy to see. He took every one of those kick counters by Magnum TA perfectly. That whole sequence flowed.
Referee Jose Lothario watching closely as Butch Reed now goes to the outside of the ring.
Not something Butch Reed expected
The crowd's
to see.
counting with the referee to force Hacksaw back in the
There you
ring.
see his
I
ring
love
advisor,
it.
Big Cat
They're
Ernie Ladd,
invested.
advising Butch Reed to not to rush things, to take his time. Because remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is for the North American Heavyweight Championship. A lot at stake here. And now this time, Hacksaw
Whoa.
gets the advantage.
How
Working that
harsh
left
do
arm
those
of Magnum
arm
TA.
ringers look? Look at that. And the sells by Magnum TA. Look at the facial expressions, the way his other arm is tensed up to sell it.
And when
It's
you got somebody the
textbook,
size of Butch
really,
Reed
really
working
good.
any part of your body, it is not a good thing.
Great forearm. Great forearm.
Hard right forearm smash by Magnum TA and an arm drag takedown.
Dude. That is a great arm drag takedown. Sorry, I'm rewinding, but this stuff is so good.
Left arm of Magnum TA. And when you got somebody the size of Butch Reed working any part of your body, it is not a good thing.
Boom.
Hard right forearm smash by Magnum TA and an arm drag takedown.
And locks up his arm.
Has Hacksaw Butch Reed in trouble.
So the battle
And
right
just like
now
that, the North
is they're
American
both
Heavyweight
going after
Champion
the
just
arm.
working on the left arm of Hacksaw Butch Reed. Magnum is showing Butch Reed why he is the current North American Heavyweight Champion here in this matchup.
He's selling too. Same sell, right? Ah, my arm, my arm.
Fans here squarely behind the very popular Magnum TA as he works on that left arm of Hacksaw Butch Reed.
Intensity. Looking at the crowd. Yeah, I got
is
him.
just sorely behind Magnum TA.
Here's the thing. And I know a lot of wrestlers now would look at this and go like, yeah, this is all... No. There used to be something called delayed gratification in matches. But that doesn't mean that the slower parts of the match don't matter. They matter a lot. But what you're looking for is the crowd to be worked up to a fever pace. Nowadays, they do it almost in this begging form. Look, we're doing more. Look, we're doing more. Look, we're doing false finishes. The thing I don't like about modern wrestling is everything seems like it's begging the audience for their approval, whereas back then it was about this hint of we're going to give you what you really desire, but we're going to work up the anticipation. But we're going to do it. But the foreplay part, since wrestlers always love using sexual metaphors. All right, if you consider this like the foreplay part, that doesn't mean the foreplay is not good. Everything is executed well, and the expressions and the stories that they're setting up for the end of the match, right? Everything's a struggle. Look at where their hands are. This hand, bent and curled, he's locking onto his arm. This hand, pushing on his face and turning his head. Yeah? Everything is done effectively. Everything is concentrated on in and of itself. Each spot matters, and they're going to do it to the best of their ability.
Now, Big Cat Ernie Ladd has got to be worried about his guy at this point.
Creating space. Butch Reed's creating space for that
And
forearm.
now
I knew
Butch
it was
Reed
coming
fighting
because
back with
he
some
set it
forearms
up.
of his own. Big
Slams
scoop
him,
and a
but
big
he
slam,
holds
but
onto the
Magnum
arm and
TA
takes
does
it
not
back.
let go of that left arm.
Look at the tenacity of Magnum TA as he continues to hang on to that
Look at
left
the
arm.
physique on these guys, man. They look
Referee
great.
Jose Lothario asking Hacksaw Butch Reed if he wants to submit.
Magnum TA having the wrestling advantage over Butch Reed.
Relentlessly working over that left arm, dropping his entire weight
Big Cat,
onto
very
that shoulder and
nervous.
upper
Look at that. I
bicep.
love it. Nervous for his guy.
There we had a good shot of referee Jose Lothario, a huge Texas legend, has trained so many great wrestlers, including the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels.
Jose Lothario having some really phenomenal matches himself throughout the years here in the state of Texas and throughout the world.
Not a
actually.
clean break. Of course, not a clean break. Look
Hard
at those
right hand by
forearms and
Butch
the
Reed has
cells.
Magnum
Oh,
TA staggered
so
on the
good.
ropes.
Irish whip to the ropes. Ducking a fist. Huge leapfrog by Butch Reed, followed by
Drop
another
kick.
beautiful drop kick by the
Nice.
North American champion.
Phenomenal agility shown by Magnum TA. Another beautiful arm drag takedown. And he goes.
If you've only seen Magnum TA in like the I Quit match with Tully Blanchard and that stuff, yes, that stuff is great. But really, Magnum was very special. When you hear old timers like me talk about, what could have been, he was clearly slated to be a world champion. He was kind of like he was a sort of rough and rugged baby face that was still good looking. Really a precursor to guys like Stone Cold and things like that. But you could see his ring work was incredibly solid. And just like Steve Austin, his ring work was really, really great, which means when he trimmed things away for Stone Cold and didn't do as much wrestling per se, he was still able to execute everything brilliantly. That's a big part of Stone Cold Steve Austin, was the fact that he could work and back up this sort of tough guy. Yeah, his moveset became really much more limited. Except in main event style bouts, he would let it go a little more. But it came down to he was fundamentally a good worker. And so is Magnum TA, and so is
Goes
Hacksaw
right
Butch
back
Reed.
to that point of attack. That left arm and shoulder.
Well, so far it's been working for Magnum TA, so
Switches to a top wrist lock.
I don't blame Magnum for
that
going
way,
back to that
way
well.
we give
Magnum
Hacksaw
moving
Butch
into a
Reed a
top
way to
wrist lock
escape
now.
by pulling the hair.
Hacksaw Butch
right?
Reed
Smart.
trying to fight back with a little underhanded tactics there, grabbing a handful of hair. Magnum now to his feet, working on that top wrist lock.
And
you
I'm
notice,
predicting they're doing this so
Magnum
they can get into a
is
test
on his
of
feet,
strength.
Butch Reed is on his knees.
Test
So
of strength. Yeah.
that position
Yeah. Here we go.
allows him to apply a lot of pressure to that shoulder now. That's why Butch Reed now coming to his feet to try to counteract that.
And
Moving into almost a test of strength type
Done.
position here. Aha! Butch Reed now with a little shortcut there.
now it's the challenger that's getting the best of the champion.
For Reed,
You can
Jose
hear the
Lothario asking
crowd.
Butch Reed if
You
he
can
pulled the
hear them
hair.
getting
Butch Reed
mad.
telling him no.
And now it's Butch Reed in control with that top wrist lock, and now the challenger
breaking
is just
it back down.
driving, using all of his body weight on Magnum TA, and Magnum TA with that beautiful bridge trying to reverse it.
Phenomenal neck strength for that bridge. As Magnum TA now
Listen to
with
the
a phenomenal
crowd.
bridge up to his feet. Butch Reed now still with that top wrist lock. Magnum TA trying to fight his way out.
Butch not letting up. The Magnum TA also not letting up, and it's Magnum TA
Arm
with a
drag out.
beautiful
That was
reversal.
nice. Oh, great arm drag.
Magnum TA now working on that left arm again. Hard knee to the upper bicep.
He's mad,
and shoulder.
right? He's mad
Hacksaw
because
Butch Reed.
Butch Reed pulled his hair, so he's mad.
Butch Reed in
Makes
pain
sense, right?
Being given the pain by the champion.
Of course, the champion trying to wear down his opponent. Of course, in professional wrestling, you can win by pin, submission, or disqualification. Of course, count out as well.
Of course,
These
winning
commentators
winning by
are terrible.
Winning by disqualification or
terrible.
count out does not mean the title will change hands. So clearly,
It's got to be by pinfall or submission.
well, it's got to be pinfall or submission by Butch Reed if Butch Reed wants to walk away the North American Heavyweight Champion.
Absolutely correct. And the champion, Magnum TA, now really taking this match to the challenger. Butch Reed now, hard boot to the midsection. He's got the champion in the ropes. Shoulder smash by Magnum TA.
Nicely done. Look at this.
Oh, an amazing hard right knee by
Look
Hacksaw
at-
Butch.
To walk away the North American Heavyweight Champion.
Absolutely.
Watch the speed that these guys move. Keep in mind they're much bigger than most of the guys working the indies. Look at the speed and efficiency with which they
Correct.
move. It's remarkable.
And the champion, Magnum TA, now really taking this match to the challenger. Butch Reed now,
Nice
hard boot to
hits.
the midsection.
Everything looks good.
he's got the champion in the ropes. Shoulder smash
look at
by
the
Magnum
speed.
TA.
Whoosh.
Oh, an amazing hard right knee by Hacksaw Butch Reed.
That was some beautiful agility being shown by Hacksaw Butch Reed.
Wow, crashing that knee into the face of the champion, Magnum TA. Referee Jose Lothario checking. Magnum TA damn near knocked out on that one.
Well, I will give Big Ernie that credit. Jose Lothario hasn't shown any kind of bias during this entire matchup. So
Now
I guess
just
Grizzly
clubbing
Smith knows
away,
how to pick his
kicking,
referees.
hitting.
Hacksaw Butch Reed now on the attack. Oklahoma
Whoa.
Stampede type maneuver by Hacksaw Butch Reed.
There
Driving
we go,
Magnum
his
TA's face into that mat.
Oh, and it's not over. Magnum TA with a kick out.
See, Magnum TA is already in trouble because now he's hit him with some bombs. He kicked him in the head a few times, laid that forearm across the back, hit him with a bulldog, and now we're in the heat portion of the match, right? What's Butch Reed going to do to continue to hurt and injure Magnum TA?
Down
is
to
the
2
story
by
now.
Jose Lothario. Magnum TA barely kicks out of that pin.
Now Magnum TA is on the ropes now, and a
Oh my goodness,
beautiful.
literally on the ropes.
beautiful hot shot maneuver by Butch Reed.
Butch Reed dropping Magnum TA throat first over that top rope. That can severely damage and crush that larynx.
I really hate these
Magnum
commentators.
TA in trouble now on the canvas.
There we go, Butch Reed setting up for a huge neck breaker.
Reverse neck breaker by Hacksaw Butch
Look at the sell by Magnum. He does the little leg twitch to put the move over.
Reed.
There we
Going
go.
in for a pin 1, 2.
Oh,
Hacksaw Butch Reed now very unhappy as the champion kicks out a count of 2.
and then the champion is showing tremendous heart and tremendous determination here in this matchup.
Butch Reed now driving.
See, as the referee warns him, don't grab the hair, Butch Reed acknowledges it. Okay, I won't grab the hair. And then he grabs the hair. Heel stuff, small stuff, but it matters.
Magnum TA's head into that canvas.
I wonder what kind of advice Big Ernie Ladd is going to have for his charge here right now.
And now Magnum TA sent to the ringside floor by Hacksaw Butch Reed.
Hacksaw try.
Referee Jose Lothario.
Magnum's got to be careful because Ernie Ladd is right next to him.
Making the count now, Ernie Ladd on the ringside floor now.
As we pointed earlier, the title cannot change hands via countout. So,
Ernie Ladd getting very close to Magnum TA now.
See, they build up the tension. Hacksaw's trying to take the referee, but the referee is smart and won't turn his back to Magnum. But on that brief part where he starts to count him, and then Butch Reed does get the referee to turn his back, Ernie Ladd just implies that he might go over and the crowd reacts. They don't always deliver on everything. It's about building tension and creating doubt in the fans' minds. It's very smart. Watch that sequence again.
TA's head into that canvas.
He throws him out.
I wonder what kind of advice Big Ernie Ladd is going to have for his charge here right now.
And now Magnum TA sent to the ringside floor.
And he goes to try to take the referee. When he can't get the referee to turn his back to Ernie Ladd, he tries to block his vision, right?
By Hacksaw Butch Reed, referee Jose Lothario.
But the referee's too smart for that. But then look at Ernie Ladd look down at Magnum like he might do something and how the crowd reacts.
Magnum's got to be careful because Ernie Ladd is right next to him.
Making the count now, Ernie Ladd on the ringside floor now.
As we pointed earlier, the title cannot change hands via countout. So,
look at the crowd.
Ernie Ladd getting very close to Magnum TA now.
But Ernie Ladd is keeping his distance. I'll give him that.
And Butch Reed now with a headbutt.
Now he takes the ref.
Well, as a challenger, I would think Butch Reed would want to get Magnum back in the ring if he really wants to win this championship.
And the crowd, by making noise, spoils Ernie Ladd's attempt. Do you see how interactive that is with the crowd? Do you see how that makes the crowd feel like they're helping Magnum TA in this match? It's so vital, and it's an aspect of modern pro wrestling that has been completely lost. This idea that the crowd can will the babyface to victory and help them in a practical way in the course of the match.
Championship.
Love it.
Magnum TA now trying to get back into the ring, gamely trying to return to this match.
It looks like Butch Reed is going to bring him in the hard way, if you know what I mean. And a beautiful suplex back into the ring by Butch Reed. And now Hacksaw signifying that this is going to be over.
2.
And another kick out by the champion.
And instead of just doing the boring look at the referee, that was 3, and the referee goes, no, it wasn't. Hacksaw Butch Reed shows how upset he is about not getting the pin off of that by literally getting up. It's much more active. It's much more interesting. Yeah.
Hacksaw has got to be wondering, what else do I got to do to Magnum TA to make me the North American champion?
So Butch Reed now with a front face lock, trying to restrict the breathing of the champion, continue to tire him out.
Well, he's done a great job of that so far with that guillotine choke to the larynx.
Classic wrestling maneuver here, ladies and gentlemen.
And what I like about this one is that not only does he have his arms around the throat, but he has one of Magnum TA's restricted, making him very less likely to break out of it.
He's forcing Magnum TA to carry his weight, but this is also a sleeper type maneuver as well. You can
look at the referee, how into the hold he is, right? He's going down there and checking to make sure he's not choking him across the windpipe, and then that's when Butch Reed does the dirt, putting his feet on the rope for leverage.
And now Butch Reed.
And Magnum really sells it when he puts his feet on that rope. Magnum really sells it with his legs because that's all we can see for him to sell it. So he's got to use those legs to really sell the idea that leverage is happening with his feet on the rope.
A little extra leverage there. The foot on the bottom rope.
Jose Lothario,
and the crowd trying to let the referee know again, right?
Lothario now checking.
And once again, Butch Reed is using those ropes for leverage. But once again, breaks out of it as soon.
Look, it's at least half women in the crowd. At least. Crowd goals. Hashtag crowd goals. Indie wrestling.
As Jose Lothario checks on him.
Jose
The
Lothario now
referee
breaking the
caught
hold.
him on the
Having
feet.
some words with Hacksaw Butch Reed.
That makes the referee look great.
Magnum TA now trying
Magnum
to
TA
catch
is
his
hurt
breath.
though.
Butch Reed cannot waste any time. He has to keep on the
Ah, the
champion
hair.
and finish him as quickly as possible if he has
Strikes
any
look
kind
so
of
good. The
chance to
cells are
walk out the
so
new
good.
North
Look at
American heavyweight
Magnum. Just,
champion.
More hard right hands
Butch
by
Reed's
Hacksaw
feeling it
Butch Reed.
now.
Had it Magnum TA by the hair.
And Magnum TA has
We've been in the heat for the majority of this match. Do you understand? If this match has gone right now about 12 minutes, Butch Reed has dominated about 7 minutes out of it.
clearly got those Krispy Kreme glazed look in his eye.
Butch Reed now with a rear
Locking him
chinlock
up, locking him up.
on Magnum TA.
Building,
Once
building,
again,
building.
having Magnum TA to forcefully carry the weight of Hacksaw Butch Reed.
This match now probably deep into the 20-minute mark. Both wrestlers.
And Magnum TA is fading here. Jose Lothario checking that arm. If it goes down 3 times, Butch Reed will be the new North American champion.
One,
but no, Butch
two.
Reed. But no, Magnum TA is valiantly
Listen to the
valiantly
crowd.
fighting back.
Both wrestlers now feeling the effects of fatigue, no doubt. But Magnum TA responding to the cheers of the crowd.
People
Getting
clapping.
a second win.
There you see Magnum TA. There you see Magnum getting his strength back, trying to put down Butch Reed. But Butch Reed fighting back himself. And Butch Reed goes for the tights.
Again, Butch Reed with that illegal shortcut.
Illegal or not, it was effective.
Referee asking Butch Reed if he pulled those tights.
And of course, Butch Reed is going to say no, he didn't.
Butch Reed now again working on Magnum TA.
And once again, Magnum TA is fading. And again, Jose Lothario is checking that arm.
Very effective rear chin lock.
Oh. And again, Magnum TA keeps coming back, no matter how much punishment Butch Reed is delivering.
Magnum TA now fighting.
Now we're getting close to the time where we're going to go into the finishing sequence, right? We've built it up. We've built it up, brought him back down a little. Built it up, brought him back down a little. Now are we ready to go towards the finish? Let's see.
His way to his feet.
Well, let's hope this works for Magnum TA this time. There you go, some elbows to the gut.
And again, Butch Reed with a head full of hair.
Hair pull.
Well, it was kind of hard to see from our vantage point what Butch Reed did.
Referee Jose Lothario breaking the hold.
That was interesting, right? The referee goes like, I'm pretty sure you pulled the hair. So Hacksaw breaks the hold and then reapplies it to sort of get around that.
Magnum TA still in trouble.
Grinding it out. Boy, puts
The
him,
defensive.
lays him out completely on the mat.
Butch Reed now doing his best to wear him down. Again, the referee checking to see.
Oh, that was close. That was close that time.
Magnum TA close to unconsciousness.
Now, I have no idea how Magnum TA keeps coming back from all this punishment.
Amazing resiliency on the part of Magnum TA. Showed you just why.
3
He was
hits,
such
and here we
a
go.
Superstar that he was. Shoulder smash. Knocks
Look at him
Butch
go.
Reed to the canvas.
Here we go, beautiful sunset flip. Here we go, one.
Look how excited the
Sunset
crowd
flip
got
by
for
Magnum
that.
TA to the ropes.
Another shoulder tackle.
Both
But
wrestlers now crashing their heads together. Double knockout.
and there you see Big Ernie Ladd trying to get his guy to wake up
Jose
first.
counts
Jose
too
Lothario
fast.
now making the count.
No,
I noticed this before. Jose counts too fast. He goes this fast. Slow it down, Jose. Now they're forced to sort of speed up their sequence. Referees, constant cadence. There's a reason that exists, so we can tell a story. The story's supposed to be they've given everything they've had. They had this collision. They're both out, and the referee's rushing them to their feet. He really
If
should
both men
slow
get
down.
counted out, it will end in a draw, and Magnum will retain the North
See,
American
but
Heavyweight
Ernie
Championship.
smartly goes over and acts like he's reviving Butch so he can get up faster, because the referee's counting too fast.
Fighting his way to his feet. Magnum TA tried to shake those cobwebs free. Hard right
Now
hand.
everything's going to be sold big. Boom.
And a hard right hand by Butch Reed.
The wrestling part is done. Now they're fighting tooth and nail. Now it's a gutter fight. It's a test of wills. That's the story they've now set up. We've done the wrestling stuff. Butch Reed did his dirt to keep him down, but now we're fighting for it. Now we're cueing the crowd. This is the part that you've been waiting for. Now we're going to eye rake, punch, forearm, whatever we have to do.
And Hacksaw Butch Reed goes to the eyes.
And there you see Magnum blocking a shot, and Magnum just rams Butch.
Look at the pop for I blocked my head going in the buckle and I threw you into the buckle. A sequence that now would take place in the beginning of matches to no reaction from the crowd, and they're using it as part of their finishing sequence, and they're getting a huge reaction out of it. That's the difference between old school and new school wrestling. And it's the thing that new school wrestling should learn. No, you shouldn't just do things to do them. They should be in to create a larger effect. And if what you're doing is not working, then move it around in the match. But more importantly, find a way to make that connection and get that reaction. You've heard this stuff from wrestling trainers and other people. Now I hope when you see it in the course of this match, you can see how everything they're doing is effective. That's what you're trying to get to. Now maybe modern wrestling crowds would have different takes, but then that doesn't excuse wrestlers not doing their best to find what works, to create this crescendo at the end of the match that Hacksaw Butch Reed and Magnum TA have clearly done here. This match is very expertly done.
Reed's head into that turnbuckle.
Reversing that turnbuckle. And a
This is
hard,
what they
hard
want.
right
They
hand
want
of
him
his
to-
own.
Look how good those...
And Magnum TA now.
Fuck you, modern wrestlers, if you think that you're this... Look how good those strikes look. Look how good this whole sequence is leading to those
Magnum TA tried to
strikes.
shake those cobwebs free.
Look how good those
Hard right
strikes
hand
look
to
in
the
the cell.
gut.
Boom!
And a hard right hand by Butch Reed. And Hacksaw Butch Reed goes to the eyes.
And there you see Magnum blocking a shot, and Magnum just rams Butch
Ernie
Reed's
lad.
head into that turnbuckle.
Oh, no.
Reversing that
So
turnbuckle.
good.
And a hard, hard right hand of his own. And Magnum TA now.
Once again, Butch Reed goes for the eyes.
Butch Reed now to desperation move. Has Magnum TA in the turnbuckle.
Irish Rip at the turnbuckle.
They collide
Clothesline
again,
by Butch
but
Reed.
this time Butch Reed, nope,
And
I
now,
got you.
once
I
again,
have
for
the
some
advantage.
more,
Butch Reed has
Johnson
the
another
advantage.
Irish Rip to the ropes.
Duck.
Ducking that fist. Oh, and a beautiful flying forearm
They go crazy.
by Magnum TA.
He's looking at the crowd.
Magnum TA getting his second
Fired
win
up.
here.
Here we
Feeding
go.
off this energy by this amazing crowd.
Hard right hand by Magnum TA. Again, this has been a slugfest. And another beautiful drop kick by Magnum TA. Has Hacksaw Butch Reed stunned.
There you go. Magnum has got to go for the finish here. But Butch Reed, the challenger, not letting up.
Both of these wrestlers fighting toe-to-toe in the center of the ring here, fans.
There we go. Irish Rip reversal. Going for hip toss. Magnum reverses with a hip toss of his own.
This is not
Reversal of a hip toss, which is a spot that would never happen after the first 2 minutes in a modern match. And they make it a huge sequence where he takes Butch Reed down, mounts him, gets those punches.
sports entertainment, wrestling fans. This is professional wrestling as it needs to be, as it used to.
2 count. Do they go dead? No. This is Magnum's time, so he only gets the 2 count, but he's right back on him. He's trying to win. Modern wrestlers, look at that. Stop going dead after somebody kicks out. Stop doing that.
To be, and as it will be in the future.
These commentators
There
are
we go, some
terrible.
shots there by Magnum TA. Irish whip to the ropes. And a beautiful belly-to-belly suplex.
Oh, so the belly to belly is Magnum's finisher. Jose Lothario catches a foot. Let's look at how well done that was again. Look at how well done that was again.
There by Magnum TA. Irish whip to the ropes. And a beautiful belly-to-belly suplex, but no, the referee is out.
You can't take that better. That looked fantastic. And now Magnum's got him down, and here comes Ernie Ladd. And watch how crazy the crowd gets for this finish. I'm excited to see what their finish is.
Referee Jose Lothario.
There you go.
Unfortunately,
I love that Magnum's not a dumb baby face. Okay, I didn't get the pin. Here comes Ernie Ladd. Fuck it, I'm going to take that guy out right away. Not this like aimless distraction stuff that happens in the WWE. On Raw last night, we had 2 pointless distractions where the baby faces look dumb. Charlotte just leaves her match. Randy Orton stops in the middle of beating Edge and just goes, "Oh, look, Alexa Bliss is there with blood in her mouth." Like, Magnum TA is like, "No, you're not tricking me. I'm too smart. I'm the baby face. I'm worth rooting for." Takes down Ernie Ladd.
and Ernie Ladd on the ring apron,
Here
catching
comes
the forearm
Butch
by
Reed.
Magnum
Movie
TA.
monster
I don't know what's
get
going to
him.
happen here, ladies and gentlemen.
Hip
There you see a hip
toss.
toss by Magnum TA.
And Magnum TA missing with a drop kick.
The drop kick takes him back to the corner naturally. It's not a setup spot. It doesn't look like a setup spot. Takes him back to the corner. You see Ernie Ladd fishing out the foreign object. Look how well this is moving. And here's a cop making sure people aren't about to jump into the ring. This guy has worked a wrestling show before.
Didn't get all of that drop kick, but he got some.
Smart.
Magnum TA now fighting on adrenaline alone.
So Magnum has lost it.
That drop kick, but he got some.
Ooh, good.
Magnum TA now fighting.
He's clubbing away, but Hacksaw Butch Reed is in the corner, so the referee's going to have to separate them. This is where I imagine Ernie Ladd will give Hacksaw the foreign object.
Fighting on adrenaline alone. Jose Lothario now back on his feet.
Wait,
Takes
hold
his
on.
hand, puts
It looks
the
like Ernie
object
Ladd
in the
just gave
hand.
Butch Reed something.
And the crowd is now trying to point it out, but they've been loud because we're in the end sequence. So the referee, it's understandable that the referee wouldn't note what the crowd is saying because they've been loud for the last 2 minutes. Subtle, smart stuff. They acknowledged in the beginning that when the crowd would make noise to point out something Ernie Ladd was going to do, the referee would hear it and acknowledge it. When Hacksaw Butch Reed would put his feet on the rope for leverage on the front face lock, the referee heard the crowd and acknowledged it and caught him. But now it's been loud, so now when the crowd desperately wants to get the referee's attention the most, they don't have it because the referee is blocking them out because they've been loud. Do you see that? Do you see how brilliant that is? Imagine if we had that kind of interplay between crowd, referee, wrestlers, where we could do things like that. And you're thinking, Steve, that's too subtle, it wouldn't read. It would absolutely read if it was done to that level of effectiveness.
Ernie Ladd now passing Butch Reed a foreign object.
Well, whatever it was, he just knocked out Magnum TA with it.
Drops him. He's still got it in his hand. Whatever it is, he's still got it in his hand. And he covers and covers it up. Just the detail, I love it. Hacksaw Butch Reed, I love him. Magnum TA, I love him. My God, this place is going to lose its mind with a riot for this finish.
Wait, we got to cover 1, 2. We got a 3 count.
And Jose Lothario making the
Oh, and Hacksaw Butch Reed, look, he's tucking whatever it is under his left armpit. Are we going to have the classic drop and catch? I don't remember if Hacksaw Butch Reed was ever North American champion. I don't think he was. We'll see. We'll see.
The count, ladies and gentlemen, the winner.
Yeah, he stashed it under his
And
left,
the new
right?
North American heavyweight champion, Hacksaw
Turns.
Butch Reed.
The referee lifts his arm and there it falls.
Wait a minute. Wait.
I love
Hold
it.
on. Whatever Butch.
Look how happy the crowd is for a disqualification win. Tell me Magnum TA and Hacksaw Butch Reed don't know how to fucking work. And the referee, and Ernie Ladd for that matter.
Butch Reed was hiding.
Look at that.
And Jose Lothario has reversed the decision.
And Butch Reed hits the fucking referee for catching him. Bastard.
Butch Reed now nails the referee.
He nailed him with that object that Ernie Ladd gave to him.
In a reverse decision, Magnum TA has been declared the winner. However, Butch
Magnum's
Reed
fighting
and
back on both of them.
Magnum now making a comeback on Ernie Ladd, and Magnum dumping Ernie Ladd, or trying to dump Ernie Ladd over that top rope. Hacksaw Butch Reed now catching Magnum TA in the back of the head.
And now Butch Reed is going after Jose Lothario with some shots of his own.
What? Jose Lothario, big timer in Texas. I assume that's where this is taking place. So they're going to give Lothario his spot too. Boom, boom, boom.
And a hip toss by the legendary Jose Lothario.
And Jose Lothario now with that foreign object that was passed to Hacksaw Butch Reed by Big Cat Ernie Ladd. It looks like brass knuckles, Jeremy. And there's a good shot of that North American Championship belt being returned to Magnum TA. His hand being raised in the air by
Did Jose Lothario get color?
special referee Jose Lothario.
He got color for that, dude. Let's watch that finish sequence again and then we'll end this. So good.
Adrenaline alone. Jose Lothario now back on his feet.
Wait, hold on. It looks like Ernie Ladd just gave Butch Reed
Gives
something.
him the foreign object.
Ernie Ladd now passing Butch Reed a foreign object.
Well, whatever it was, he just knocked out Magnum
Covers
TA
it
with
up.
it. Wait, we got to cover one,
Two,
3.
three.
We got a 3 count.
And
Crowd
Jose
is furious.
Lothario making the
Tucks
count,
it
ladies
under
and
his
gentlemen,
left.
The winner.
Yay!
And the new North American heavyweight champion Hacksaw Butch Reed.
Lifts the arm.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Whatever
Look at the crowd.
Butch Reed was hiding.
And Jose
And now
Lothario
this
has reversed the
craziness.
decision. Butch Reed now nails the referee.
He nailed him with that object that Ernie Ladd gave to him.
In a reverse decision, Magnum TA.
Here's another small bit of brilliance. Hacksaw doesn't get to hit Magnum with that loaded right hand again because that should drop him. They were giving time for Jose Lothario to get color. Awesome. Totally I didn't even realize that he was getting the color right there because they did a good job of moving our eye to that. So brilliant.
has been declared the winner. However, Butch Reed and Magnum now making a comeback on Ernie Ladd, and Magnum dumping Ernie Ladd, or trying to dump Ernie Ladd over that top rope. Hacksaw Butch Reed now catching Magnum TA in the back of the head.
And now Butch Reed is going after Jose Lothario with some shots of his own. And a hip toss by the legendary Jose Lothario.
And Jose Lothario now with that foreign object that was passed to Hacksaw
So
Butch
good.
Reed by Big Cat Ernie Ladd. It looks like brass knuckles, Jeremy. And there's a good shot of that North American Championship belt being returned to Magnum TA. His hand being raised in the air by special referee Jose Lothario. Crowd.
I love it so much, and just the greatness of all of it is, can you deny how great it is? Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put this up. It's a long video, but there's so many teachable moments in there, and of course, all my best to Hacksaw Butch Reed. Double heart attack, but I hope you're okay, man. And just a lovely sequence, and I can't wait to put this thing up for everybody. All right, have a great day, guys.